and welcome to Housing TV News at the top of the hour, coming to you from our studios in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Fortune Omoruyi. Our top stories. Defense Minister orders troops to shoot bandits, terrorists on site. Police arrest 3 over teacher's death in Kogi State. Lagos moves to complete Igando and Isaja housing project. And on the foreign scene, Iran retaliates after fresh US airstrikes, escalating Gulf tensions. Now the news in detail. The Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, has directed military personnel fighting insurgency and banditry to shoot bandits and terrorists on site, stressing that troops should not hesitate to neutralize any identified threat. The minister gave the order during the commissioning of newly acquired security assets in Sokoto State, where he emphasized the federal government's determination to intensify the fight against insecurity. He warned soldiers against waiting for further instructions before engaging armed criminals, saying that hesitation in the face of clear threats could undermine ongoing military operations. According to him, troops deployed to combat zones must act decisively to protect lives and secure affected communities. The newly commissioned assets include armored vehicles, tactical equipment, and hundreds of motorcycles aimed at improving surveillance, intelligence gathering, and rapid response operations in vulnerable areas. The defense minister reaffirmed the government's commitment to defeating banditry, terrorism, and kidnapping, expressing confidence that the strengthened military capacity would help restore peace and security across the country. The Kogi State Police Command has arrested 3 suspects, including the father of one of the pupils, in connection with the death of a teacher at UBE Primary School in Osara, Adavi local government area. Police said the teacher allegedly died after he was attacked during a confrontation involving the suspects. The incident has sparked concern within the community and prompted an intensive investigation by security agencies. The Commissioner of Police said the suspects are in custody and are assisting investigators in establishing the circumstances surrounding the teacher's death and the roles played by those involved. The command assured residents that a thorough investigation is underway and that anyone found culpable would be prosecuted in accordance with the law. It also appealed to members of the public to remain calm and allow the legal process to take its course. Authorities reaffirmed their commitment to protecting lives and maintaining law and order, while urging communities to resolve disputes peacefully and avoid acts of violence that could lead to loss of life. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has expressed confidence that the City Boy movement will play a major role in securing President Bola Tinubu's re-election in the 2027 general election. He made the remarks while receiving members of the pro-Tinubu group during a courtesy visit at the National Assembly. Akpabio described the movement as a growing political force, saying its nationwide mobilization would strengthen grassroots support for the president and ensure wider political participation ahead of the polls. He urged members of the group to remain focused and committed to voter mobilization, political education, and active participation in the democratic process, adding that their efforts would contribute to what he described as a maximum victory for the president in 2027. The Senate president also encouraged young Nigerians to take an active interest in governance and leadership, noting that political engagement provides an opportunity for them to shape the country's future. Leaders of the City Boy movement reaffirmed their support for President Tinubu and pledged to continue mobilizing citizens in support of his administration and his bid for a second term in office. The federal government has renewed its commitment to combating drug abuse and expanding access to treatment and rehabilitation services across the country as part of efforts to address the growing substance abuse challenge. Government officials said the strategy includes strengthening prevention programs, improving public awareness, expanding treatment facilities, and enhancing support for individuals battling drug dependence. The government also pledged to deepen collaboration with relevant agencies, healthcare providers, civil service organizations, and development partners to improve access to quality rehabilitation services and reduce the stigma associated with seeking treatment. Officials stress that addressing drug abuse requires a comprehensive approach involving prevention, early intervention, law enforcement, and community participation, particularly among young people who remain most vulnerable to substance misuse. The federal government reaffirmed its resolve to build a healthier and safer society for investing in evidence-based drug control policies and ensuring that more Nigerians have access to effective treatment, recovery, and support services. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has transitioned to a fully digital case management system, ending the use of paper records in a move aimed at improving efficiency, transparency, and the integrity of judicial proceedings. The new system will enable the electronic filing, storage, and management of court documents, reducing delays associated with manual processes while minimizing the risk of record loss or document tampering. Judicial officials said the digital platform is expected to enhance access to case files, streamline court operations, and improve the speed of case administration for judges, lawyers, and court personnel. The initiative forms part of broader efforts to modernize Nigeria's judiciary through the adoption of technology, strengthen public confidence in the justice system, and promote more effective service delivery. The Supreme Court expressed confidence that the digital transformation will improve accountability and set a benchmark for other courts across the country as judicial reforms continue. And we take a pause here, and up next are news stories from the youth sector and the foreign scene. To stay with us.
Power is built on decisions that shape nations, define leadership, and determine the future of millions.
That statement that the first PRO for IGB, do you know that if it's other country, they will ask him to resign or step down?
I disagree. You said she did not. I disagree with that. Welcome to House of Politics, where issues that matter take the center stage. From political debates to governance to elections to policies that affect you and I. On this platform, we dissect, we analyze objectively.
You have never seen people talking about the achievement of the spirit. A mistake that happens once, twice, 3 times. It's not a mistake. Who is making a mistake? Who is making a mistake?
House of Politics, where decisions meet development. On Housing TV, Africa.
You are still watching Housing News at the hour, and now to the big sector. The Lagos State government has reaffirmed its commitment to completing the Egan, Igando, and Ipaja housing estates alongside other urban development projects as part of efforts to improve housing delivery and infrastructure across the state. The Commissioner for Housing said work is progressing on the estate, with the government focused on ensuring timely completion and making quality, affordable homes available to residents. He noted that the projects form part of the state's broader strategy to address the growing demand for housing. In addition to the housing estate, the government is implementing several urban renewal initiatives, including road improvements, drainage upgrades, and the provision of essential public infrastructure to enhance the living conditions of residents. The Commissioner said the administration remains committed to sustainable urban planning and will continue to partner with relevant stakeholders to accelerate project delivery while ensuring that developments comply with approved standards. The Lagos State government urged residents to remain patient as construction progresses, assuring them that the completed projects will contribute to improved housing, better infrastructure, and overall socio-economic development across the state. A heavy rainstorm has destroyed more than 20 houses and several farmlands in a community in Plateau State, leaving many families displaced and counting their losses. Residents said the storm, accompanied by strong winds, tore off rooftops, damaged buildings, and destroyed crops, disrupting livelihoods and exposing victims to harsh weather conditions. Community leaders described the incident as one of the worst in recent years and appealed to the Plateau State government and relevant emergency agencies to provide immediate relief materials and support for affected families. Officials are assessing the extent of the damage to determine the level of assistance required, while residents have begun clearing debris and salvaging belongings from the affected areas. Authorities have urged people living in vulnerable communities to remain alert during the rainy season and adhere to safety advisories as efforts continue to support victims and reduce the impact of future weather-related disasters. Motorists and commuters in Lagos have expressed frustration over the return of potholes on major roads across the state, saying the deteriorating road conditions have increased travel time, damaged vehicles, and worsened traffic congestion. Residents said recent heavy rainfall has further weakened several road surfaces, creating deep potholes that pose safety risks to motorists, commercial drivers, and pedestrians. Many commuters called on the Lagos state government to urgently repair the affected roads, warning that continued neglect could lead to more accidents, higher transportation costs, and increased vehicle maintenance expenses. Transport operators also appealed for improved road maintenance, stressing that poor road conditions are affecting daily business activities, reducing productivity, and placing additional financial burdens on road users. The state government has assured residents of its commitment to maintaining road infrastructure, with officials saying efforts are ongoing to repair damaged roads and improve drainage systems to minimize the impact of flooding during the rainy season. And now we move on to the foreign scene. Tensions in the Middle East have escalated after Iran launched missile and drone attacks targeting U.S. military facilities in Bahrain and Kuwait in retaliation for a second consecutive day of American airstrikes on Iranian targets. The latest exchange has raised fresh concerns over regional stability. The United States has said its strikes were carried out in response to recent attacks on commercial vessels in the Strait of Hormuz, adding that the operation was aimed at degrading Iranian's military capabilities and protecting international shipping routes. Iran's Revolutionary Guards claimed responsibility for the retaliatory attacks, saying targeted key U.S. military installations in Bahrain and Kuwait. Air defense systems were activated in both countries, while authorities reported intercepting hostile missiles and drones. The renewed hostilities have further weakened the fragile ceasefire, prompting renewed calls from regional and international leaders for restraint and dialogue to prevent a wider conflict. Oil prices also rose amid fears of disruptions to shipping through the strategic Strait of Hormuz. The United States has warned that it will respond to any further attacks on its forces on interest, while Iran insists it will continue to defend its sovereignty, leaving the region on edge as diplomatic efforts to restore calm continue. And we'll take another pause here, and when we return, we'll bring you stories from the business scene and the sports scene. To stay with us.
I'm Debbie Erb. I'm the founder of DLE Advisors, LLC. I just finished a really interesting session talking with the audience here at the International Housing Show. I have attended the show before, and I have to say it's bigger. It's bigger and better than it was 4 years ago. An incredible array of opportunities, companies, and new innovations in the housing space. So it's very exciting to be here. Thank you, Festus Adebayo. He's my guy. It's so well attended, and there's so many people here that I know who are movers and shakers in the industry. So I definitely recommend attending if you possibly can.
I am Ada Fong, the former Deputy Director of Housing from the Hong Kong Housing Authority. I think it's a very interesting housing show and conference that brings together a lot of experts and talents and government officials in Africa to explore the subject of housing in Africa. It's a very worthwhile initiative that you do it once every year.
My name is Adeola Olushodo. I'm the Executive Director, Lagos State Development and Property Corporation. I'm here at the Abuja International Housing Show 2025, and this is a show that brings all the experts and all the major players in the real estate sector together. I must commend the efforts that goes into that, the consistency, and everybody looks forward to it. And of course, it's well attended.
My name is Dr. Mark Mahaku Joshua. I am the Director General Taraba Geography Information Service. I got an invitation to attend, and I saw things like land reform. So my priority here is to interact with experts in the field, gain more knowledge on how things are done as far as land reform is concerned. The organizers of this event has done well. I at least expect the caliber of people I've seen here. Seeing the people that I've seen here, they have sent out a signal to me that it is not a child's play. We're here that really Nigeria mean business to organize such a show.
My name is Surveyor Abdulgani Ademadibumen, the Surveyor General of the Federation. I want to really say it's a good program. This is the 19th edition of it. I want to say a good thumb up to the organizers of the program and to Nigeria in general. Hosting such an event is not something that comes easy. It comes with a lot of innovation on its own, like the team says, and it comes with a lot of experienced organizers. So I want to say a big thank you for those people that come all the way from far and near to come and be part of this organization.
Hello, I'm Maya Abdel Hamid, the CEO of the Social Housing and Mortgage Finance Fund in Egypt. This is my first visit to Nigeria and Abuja in specific. I've been invited to this housing show. This is my first visit to Nigeria. I've had a good chance to meet with all the Nigerian officials as well as the African ministers and delegations. I think the presentation helped a lot and giving insights to those attending. I also benefited from hearing other experiences from the experts from across the continent and the international experts as well.
My name is Roland Benoba, and this is the Roland Benoba Real Foundation for Housing and Urban Development. Shout out to AIHS. You guys are doing a great job. This is the 19th edition, and I think it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. Kudos to the team at AIHS.
Welcome back. Nigeria's largest airline, Air Peace, has acquired an Embraer E-175 aircraft as part of efforts to strengthen its operational capacity and improve domestic and regional flight services. The new aircraft is expected to enhance fleet efficiency and increase passengers' comfort. The airline said the Embraer E-175 is well suited for short and medium-haul routes, offering improved fuel efficiency, lower operating costs, and greater flexibility in serving destinations with varying passenger demand. Chairman of Air Peace, Alain Oyema, said the acquisition reflects the airline's commitment to expanding its fleet, improving service delivery, and supporting the growth of Nigeria's aviation industry. He added that the investment will help meet rising passenger demand while maintaining high safety standards. According to the airline, the new aircraft will also create opportunities to expand route networks, improve flight schedules, and enhance connectivity across Nigeria and other parts of Africa. Air Peace reaffirmed its commitment to investing in modern aircraft and delivering reliable, safe, and affordable air transport services while supporting economic growth through improved air connectivity. Industry experts have called for stronger regulatory reforms to unlock the potential of Nigeria's carbon finance market and attract greater investment in climate-related projects. Speaking at a stakeholders forum, the experts said clear policies, transparent regulations, and efficient market structures are essential to position Nigeria as a competitive player in the global carbon credit market. They noted that a well-regulated carbon finance sector would encourage investment in renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, forestry, and other low-carbon initiatives while creating jobs and supporting economic growth. The stakeholders also urged the government to strengthen institutional capacity, improve monitoring systems, and promote public-private partnerships to ensure the credibility and effectiveness of carbon trading activities. They expressed confidence that with the right regulatory framework, Nigeria can leverage carbon finance to support environmental sustainability, climate resilience, and its broader development goals. And on the sports scene, we'll be handing over to our sports correspondent, Kelechi Anori, for the sports update.
Thank you, Fortune. Welcome to Sports Update on Housing TV Africa. I am Kelechi Anori, and this is where we give you the juiciest news stories and updates on sports around the globe. Now over to the FIFA 2026 World Cup ongoing. England have been dealt another injury concern ahead of their World Cup quarter-final against Norway, with defender Reece James remaining a major doubt due to a hamstring problem. Manager Thomas Tuchel is facing a growing selection headache at right back, with Jed Spence also not fully fit. England's problems have been compounded by the suspension of Jerry Kwanzaa, who was sent off during the Three Lions' dramatic round of 16 victory over Mexico. The Three Lions have already used 6 different right backs during the tournament, highlighting their defensive troubles as they prepare for a crucial showdown with a resurgent Norway side spearheaded by prolific striker Erling Haaland. The 2026 FIFA World Cup has reached the quarter-final stage, with football heavyweights and surprise packages preparing for a series of mouth-watering encounters. Defending champions Argentina will take on Switzerland, while Spain face a rejuvenated Belgium side in one of the standout ties. England's clash with Norway pits the Three Lions against an inspired Norwegian team spearheaded by Erling Haaland, while the remaining quarter-final promises another fierce battle as the race for football's biggest prize intensifies. History adds another layer of intrigue to the last 8 ties. Argentina and Switzerland have already crossed paths on the World Cup stage, while Spain and Belgium renew a growing European rivalry. England will also be wary of Norway's resurgence despite enjoying the stronger historic record between the two nations. With places in the semi-finals at stake, the quarterfinals promises drama, history, and unforgettable moments as the road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup title enters its decisive phase. And for today, we have France who logged out against Morocco in the first tie of the quarterfinals FIFA World Cup 2026. Now over to the transfer news for what we have for you. Marcus Rashford is expected to return to the pre-season training with Manchester United FC as preparations begin for the new campaign, despite continued speculation over his future at Old Trafford. The England international remains one of the club's biggest talking points this summer, with reports suggesting that a move away from United has not been ruled out. Rashford is set to work on that new manager, who is overseeing his squad rebuild ahead of the 2026-2027 season and is expected to access the forwards role in his plans. While no formal decision has been made regarding his future, Rashford's return to Carrington signals that, for now, he remains part of United's preparations as transfer speculations surrounding the academic graduate continues. Still on Manchester United, they have agreed a £50 million deal with Chelsea FC for Brazilian midfielder Andre Santos. The agreement represents one of the biggest moves of the summer transfer window, United moving swiftly to strengthen their midfield ahead of the new season. Santos, regarded as one of Brazil's brightest young talents, enjoyed an impressive spell at Chelsea and has attracted interest from several top European clubs in recent months. The 22-year-old is expected to undergo a medical and finalize personal terms before completing his switch to Old Trafford. United hope the Brazilians, however, will add creativity, energy and depth to manager's squad as the club continues its rebuild. Bruno Gomes has reportedly informed Newcastle United of his desire to join Arsenal Football Club following Brazil's elimination from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Brazilian midfielder who captained Newcastle last season is understood to be keen on a move to the Emirates as Arsenal continue their search for midfield reinforcements ahead of the new campaign. Gomes has been one of Newcastle's standout performers since arriving from French side Olympique Lyonnais, playing a pivotal role in the club's recent rise in English football. Despite the player's reported stance, Newcastle are expected to resist any approach from one of their key assets, with the midfielder still regarded as central to the club's long-term plans. Arsenal are yet to make an official bid, but the development is set to intensify speculation over Gomes' future as the summer transfer window gathers pace. Radu Drakusin has completed a season-long loan move from Tottenham Hotspur to Italian side Fiorentina. The agreement includes an obligation to buy worth £21.4 million if the defender makes a specified number of appearances during the campaign. Tottenham have also secured a 10% sell-on clause on any future profits should Fiorentina decide to sell the Romanian international in the years ahead. Jackson joined Spurs from Genoa in January 2024 and went on to make 48 appearances in all competitions. The 23-year-old is also regular for Romanian national team, earning 30 caps for his country. Interestingly, Alexia Putellas has completed a surprise move to London City Lionesses on a free transfer after leaving Barcelona FC Femenine. The two-time Ballon d'Or winner brings an end to her illustrious spell at Barcelona, where she established herself as one of the greatest players in the club's history and one of the biggest stars in women's football. Putellas also arrives in England as one of the leading figures of the Spain women's national football team, having played a key role in the country's recent international successes. The move represents a major statement of intent from London City Lionesses as they continue to strengthen the squad ahead of the new season and raise the profile in the women's game. For Putellas, the transfer marks the beginning of a new chapter in her glittering career, with the Spanish midfielder set to bring world-class experience, leadership and quality to English football. Now over to the world of boxing. The long-awaited heavyweight showdown between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua could take place at Wembley Stadium in the early hours of the morning as organizers explore ways to stage the blockbuster bout in London. A major sticking point remains the proposed ring walk time, with backers of the fight reportedly pushing for a start after midnight to accommodate a prime-time television audience in the United States. London Mayor Sadiq Khan has expressed support for hosting the fight at Wembley, although discussions are continuing over whether stadium curfews can be adjusted to make the event possible. Alternative venues, including Saudi Arabia and United States, remain under consideration if any agreement cannot be reached to stage the fight in London. Both Fury and Joshua are first expected to come through their respective warm-up fights later this month before a final decision is made on the date and venue for what is being billed as one of British boxing's biggest ever contests. Now to tennis. British wildcard for Fury produced another remarkable performance at Wimbledon, defeating Italy's Flavio Cobolli to reach the semi-finals of the championships. The victory continues Fury's fairy tale run at the All-England club, making him one of the tournament's biggest surprises and the first British wildcard in years to reach the last four. Fury will now face a daunting test against world number one Alexander Zverev as he bids to extend his dream run and book a place in the first Grand Slam final. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's the package for what we have for you on Sports Update on Housing TV Africa. I am Kelechi Anoruwe. Thanks for watching. Over to you, Fortune.
Thank you, Kelechi, for the sports updates, and that's all for now for the news at the hour. But before we go, here's a recap of our top stories. Defense Minister orders troops to shoot bandits, terrorists on site. Police arrest 3 over teachers' deaths in Kogi State. Lagos moves to complete Igondo and Ipaja housing projects. And on the foreign scene, Iran retaliates after fresh US airstrikes, escalating Gulf tensions. And for more news in the housing sector, do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa, and also follow us on all our social media platforms. You can also download the Housing TV mobile app and the free TV app on your Google Play Store and your Apple Play Store to stay connected. Many thanks for watching. I am Fortune Omoruyi. Bye for now.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts on Facebook, Housing TV Africa, on Twitter, Housing TV Africa, Instagram, Housing TV Africa. Join the conversation and keep up with latest housing updates.